if there's one game that embodies fear, I'll say this again and again, it's Nun Massacre. But I mean, this video was gonna be inevitable because I mean, you know, it's my most popular video twice. Welcome to my TED Talk. First of all, I'm Hazel, and call me Ouen. I wanted to talk about why Nun Massacre is terrifying. If you came on Nun Massacre for the first time, when you read the first text, when you boot up the game, you kind of see the things that stand there, like, you know, play this game once a day, and then it says play as if your life is at stake. Like, what game tells you that? The first thing you see is how serious the starting tone is and how sinister the game really is. They even tell you good luck after you know, climb up that huge mountain and get yourself acquainted with the environment and actually enter the building. You are greeted with, guess what? Silence. Maybe like lightning might strike, or you know, you open the doors, you know, that's all. But there is little to none ambience. You quite wonder, like, what's gonna happen? You know, it's the tone, the atmosphere is already dense. You kind of get drawn into the idea that everything is calm because you're used to horror games where the atmosphere is extremely tense. There's always like some, you know, ambience that's like battering against you, you know. But here it's dead silence. It's just you in a building. That's all. And another point why this game is terrifying, you know, there's kind of like a topic on what makes monsters really scary. As tradition, puppetcombo tends to make games that are resembling the style of PlayStation 1 graphics. You might say, you know, that doesn't work, you know.
That's old stuff.
I don't think you've played Nun Massacre before. Even though it has the basic PSX style that, you know, a lot of people know, this game is heavily inspired by that like VHS trope. You know, if anything has like VHS, you automatically think it's found footage, and that is way scarier than like any game you play for yourself because it feels like you are experiencing the footage and you're placed inside of that footage. That's like a 2-for-1 combo. Even if it's missing like a bunch of polygons, it still is scary. In some cases, even more scarier than realism. It kind of like reminds of like things we played, you know, back then. It's nostalgic aura, basically. And another point is, when you play the game, you are not greeted by a checkpoint or checklist or anything that like directs you to a point. You have to find that out for yourself. You don't know where that light is. You don't know where that wooden plank is. You don't know anything about that. You figure that out while you play the game. And I think that emphasizes the survival part of the game. You have to find it out for yourself. And I feel like that carries on and why it makes it even more terrifying. Because while you are playing the game, while you are trying to figure out where you need to go, where you belong, what things you need to get, there is an imminent threat to your life. When you are playing this game, trying to figure these things out in silence, one way or the other, you are either one step further from it or closer to it. What am I talking about? The nun. You have no idea where the nun is. It really ties in well with the fear of the unknown. Even if you already know about this game, you have no idea where the nun is. And guess what? She could be stalking you, especially when she sees you. She can stalk you. And I witnessed this firsthand. I'm gonna play with her. That way, next episode, I'm prepared. Even if you think you're prepared for it, you believe you're on track. You believe everything is now going your way. You finally found the hammer. You finally found the screwdriver. You're finally finding out the VHSs where you need to put them. You're finally finding out a little bit of the lore. You're figuring out about like anything about the game. Until you see the nun. And the nun sees you. And then everything you believed, everything, comes to an end. Because once the nun sees you, you better have turned your volume down. because it is loud. Once she screams at you, it is gonna be so loud. Tell me, if you were sleeping in bed in complete darkness and you see something beside you and it screams at you, basically your ears are blown, you're not gonna stand there stone-faced. It's either fight or flight. The story goes like this. You play as a mother called Mrs. McDonald, who one day sits in her bath, stands up, because apparently at her front door she received a letter. No one knows how that letter came in there, but she gets this mysterious letter that tells her that her daughter has fallen ill at her boarding school, and that we, yes, you, need to immediately go and pick her up. And the rest is history. We need to find out how to escape. You can go watch my Nun Massacre videos. Hopefully it's good, you know, but this is to all of you who are interested in playing this game. Please go and play this game for yourself. You won't regret it. I mean, I didn't regret it, but also be very careful because this game might desensitize you from other games. You know, I've never screamed for another game ever since, you know. To close off this video, why Nun Massacre is truly terrifying. It is because there is nothing that can protect you. Unless it's a toilet lid. Yeah, so stay blessed and peace.